Coast to Kufis, shout out.
Ohio State. Hey, but big time. Why this is great, too, is because without Dwight Howard, you do have a big body that can try to impact and slow down Montrezl Harrell.
Man who needs very little words for an introduction, Dr. Julius Erving, the head coach of Chicago. And our key rules in the Big 3, first to 50 wins. Must win by 2. There's no game clock. Free throws, 1 shot for 2, 3, or 4, and the Bring the Fire challenge. Unique to the Big 3, coach can challenge a foul call and make them earn it one-on-one. Kufis, the block of Harrell to start this one. Preston, Jordan Crawford for LA. Preston missing the 3, rebound Brandon Moss with Wesley Johnson and Harrell. Moss missed the trifecta, but it's turned over by LA. And this obviously is never easy. Your coach is out. Jordan Crawford back spasms, but will play. And no Dwight Howard out with the groin injury for a second straight week.
I tell you what, with Crawford too, shout out to him, because the back spasms, no joke. And so is Montrezl Harrell when he starts hitting that shot. But I've been there, done that. You're limited in what you can do. A lot of times explosiveness kind of goes out the window depending on the severity of those spasms. Just the little things, just even trying to do that, but it looks like Jordan Crawford was able to really get some really good treatment in the locker room before to loosen the thing up. The key is when he goes out the game to keep it heated, halftime to keep it heated so it doesn't stiffen up.
And only one player off the bench available for LA, and that's Chris Allen.
Yep.
They didn't replace Howard's spot in time before they came to Chicago. Johnson missing the 3, rebound Billy Preston. And Preston, the final pick of the first round of the draft to round out this LA team.
Well, you know, when you're shorthanded like the LA Riot, it's important that you win the possession game and make each possession as efficient as possible. Speaking of which, kind of give that one up early, because the bench, the depth favors the triplets. What favors the triplets as well is if Montrez is hitting that shot, creates more space for him to operate. Think about this, you bring in Amir Johnson off the bench, who kind of set the table early in this season when Harrell was out.
Body bag, Brandon Moss for 2. That's off the heel. Rebound Crawford. Moss at the game-winning 3 last week for the Triplets. A win against Boston in a thriller, 53-51. Preston stepped back, cleared space, but missed it. Trez stepped to his right, moon ball, not there. Tipped and kept alive by Johnson. No look, Moss missed it again. Third chance.
So those little missed layups come back to haunt you in a close game. 2 points not put on the board. Good defense that time. Great defense by Harrell, right into the hands of Johnson.
I mean, Trez, if he's dancing like that at 2-0, he's waving the finger at 4-2. It's going to be a long day. A guy who really likes to put on a show. Crawford, deep 3. On bounds to Johnson. Wesley Johnson, the former 4th overall pick in the NBA draft.
Shout out to Syracuse.
Yep. Moss, a long 2 is good for Brandon Moss. It's 6-2 Chicago on their home floor here at Wintrust Arena.
How about that?
It was cool walking around yesterday. You saw the Flyers. Some were underneath car windshields, getting the word out.
But Chicago's always been good to the Big 3. I mean, since day one, when we started playing here, I mean, the crowd, this is a basketball city. So they appreciate the sport and the players here. Got a lot of love for Ice Cube, and I think after this game, if Montrezl Harrell continues to do that, he's going to pick up some fans he didn't already have here in the Midwest, particularly in Chicago.
Spin, shake, a 6-0 Chicago run. We're getting a hello from Mike Taylor here.
Yeah, Mike said what's up to us.
Longtime Big 3 guard.
Yep.
Last year with LA at the end of it. Trez, the switch, can't finish. Kufis cleans it up. Coast to Kufis, great last week. for LA. 22 points, 15 boards. Yeah, couldn't snare that one. Moss with the rebound. Brandon Moss across the lane.
Nice defense by Kostas. This outlet pass, you got a 2-on-1 right here.
One dribble, Crawford for three.
Thought about it. Thought about it. Not this one.
Right up. 0 for 2 that trip. Shots and fires.
Jump shots right now. If I'm one of the teams, I'm trying to tack off the dribble right now. I guess not.
Little fade.
Look.
Little put back. Third chance, no. Rebound tip to Harrell. Let's go to O'Shea Jackson.
Sorry, about time I was waiting for that and one. Who is Montrezl Harrell feeling like? He is on fire right now. You can tell he's feeling good. He's happy to be back. But, Jim, what did I tell you about putting lids on the basket, man?
Hey, listen. Hey, O'Shea, I'm saying, man, go to the cup, man. Everybody want to shoot jump shots, man. Go to the basket. But I don't know what it is about this second game here is that you think both teams are forced to take the jump shot or are they settled?
Listen, especially after last game, when you got Costa Koufis down there, you got to feed him. Feed him early. He's got that touch, and the dude can pass.
There you go, right there.
Come on, man.
Come on.
I keep trying to tell y'all.
Hey, listen, man. Come out the booth. Put it down and go on and coach it.
My sideline report, I'm stepping up.
No,
I'm stepping up.
You should be a coach next year.
Hey, listen, O'Shea, Crawford's the player coach. I mean, you've got a chance right now to help out LA.
Yeah, listen, Nick Young, I'm going to have to get at my fellow Trojan because he could have gave me a heads up. He could have gave me a heads up. I could have helped him out a little bit. But right now, this Chicago team is nobody wants to face them.
I know. In
Chicago, packed house like this, Montrezl Harrell feeling good. LA might be in for something. Might be in for one tonight.
Crawford, the player coach, chirping and fighting through it too, Jim. We've watched him a little bit from our angle here, courtside. You mentioned the back spasms and what they can do. I mean, he's absorbed a lot of responsibility as is, and he's got to fight now with his team trailing.
I mean, it's not only the physical limitations, but a lot of times it's the mental part. Knowing that the back will cause you not to be able to play the way you want. So you may think about that a little bit more than you normally do. But beautiful play right there to get caught. Not able to knock it in. I love the play set.
Trez
going up, baby.
Right around. Now with that finish, his team leads 12-4, just the second game this season. He's got 8 points already. Crawford needs one to go down, not there. Koufis, nice. Yes. Costa Koufis, he played 11 NBA seasons.
Where'd he start? Where'd he go to school?
That school in the middle of Ohio.
What's the name of it?
Ohio, Ohio State.
Okay. I had a chance. Yeah, this is how old I am. I covered Kostas when he was playing at Ohio State. So I've been around the block a little while now.
Your number's up there at, they're calling it the shot again, right?
Yeah, it's a shot. It ain't going nowhere. Listen, my number's up there just taking up space. They figure it was a gap way up there, so they had to put something up there to fill in that space.
Amen. You, Mr. Havlicek, I think Mr. Turner's up there.
Turner and Gary Brad. That's not Havlicek, it's Lucas.
And one in the corner. Talking to the celebs. A chance at 4. He's talking to us.
Well, you said it at the beginning about Montrezl Harrell being focused, ready to go, animated. You can't get more animated than this. Go ahead and talk to the crowd a little bit more. A lot more. Now, I'm not saying that that's a shot that's always in his bag, but because he's confident enough that he can make it, it came through.
He's got the confidence. His team by 7 after the missed free throw. Over to Chris Haynes, who was in the LA huddle.
Yeah, guys, obviously, if LA is going to have a chance of winning this game, they have to slow down Trez. And Jordan Crawford in that LA huddle. Jordan Crawford went over to Koufis and said, listen, big man, we brought you here for this. We need you to help get down there, slow him down. Koufis said, my bad, guys. I got to get more engaged. I'm on it.
All right, Chris, and he had that mid-range bank shot in his arsenal, but couldn't connect.
But it's interesting to see, like, okay, you want to stop Montrezl. Okay, what are you willing to give up, and what do you want to take away? You do want Montrezl to be on the perimeter more. You don't want him here. You know, 2 feet in the paint. You know, that time good defense, but got the foul. So, yes, you want to stop, okay, but what do you want to take away? How do you want to force him to have to give the ball up without giving up open shots? So it's easier said than done.
Here he is now at the foul line. One house, 24/7 surveillance, zero trust. Expect the unexpected on a new Big Brother tonight at 8/7 Central on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus. So he sinks the free throw for 2 as we look at what's coming up tonight on CBS. But to your point, Jim, you have great scorers like Beasley, and you think about Stevenson and others, and that's all well and good. And listen, they're great players, but in terms of most unguardable player right now in the Big 3, are you saying because of the other things Harrell does that he's in that category by himself?
No, he isn't, but here's the challenge. When you're in 3-on-3, where you go provide the help? Unless you're willing to give up an open shot on the perimeter or a drive, because you can't double team. Now it's a 2-on-1 every time, and you're giving up layups or something. So it's what are you willing to live with?
Yeah.
In 3-on-3, is it a dig, get back, force the ball out of his hands? But if you commit to a double team, then you're going to have a mismatch on that opposite side of the court, or disadvantage, I mean.
Barbosa banked 3, missed. Rebound Kufis. Here's Allen. He'll step inside the arc and can't get the bounce. Powell with Amir Johnson and Leandro Barbosa.
See the double team?
And Johnson on the other side. Got a good look.
Well, and maybe that's the formula, too, when you have Amir Johnson in and he's on the weak side, that you double team and force the ball into his hands on the perimeter and get it out of Montrezl's hands.
And they have to clear. Howell does, goes to the rim, right again. He's posturing everybody in the Windy City.
Well, that's at Kufis, despite Barbosa missing that last 3, didn't want to commit to Harrell's drive to give him a layup. Speaking of which, Crawford back looked fine on that.
Yep.
On that drive by Jordan Crawford.
He snakes and scores. He has 6 points, 5 rebounds. Harrell with 15 of his team's 19. The former 6th man of the year in the NBA. Turnaround's good. Harrell now with 17 to lead the way. He had 34 in his only other game against Boston, week 3. He's already halfway there. Chris Allen switched on to Amir Johnson. It's Allen with the step. Leans in, rims out.
I think, too, the way Harrell is playing, you got to let Kufis or somebody touch the ball to force Montrezl have to play some defense.
Brazilian blur for 2. Leandro Barbosa.
I mean, this team has so many weapons, and that's why they're 4-0. They can beat you by pounding the ball inside. They can go outside to their perimeter guards. A really good mix of offensive weapons.
Rebound Kufis. Banker missed. At one point you said, look at the bench. They have Barbosa on there along with Amir Johnson.
Yep.
Harrell's played just twice, including this game, as Barbosa misses and knocked out last by Kufis. And week 1, they had just 3 available players, and they won that week. So to be 4-0 with those circumstances and this depth is nice crowd today here on the near south side of the Windy City. Wintrust Arena, home of DePaul and the Chicago Sky.
I tell you what, I know Chicago been hit with the smoke and air quality from the fires that came from Canada. But yesterday outside, just walking around the streets, it's such a beautiful city.
It is.
I mean, in the summertime, and speak about beauty, the game right now that Harrell's putting together.
Halftime in this one. What a start for the Triplets. The approval of the doctor. 25-12, trying to get to 5.
Montrezl had the space. It's going to be over quick.
And those ball-out plays of the half presented by Mixed Drinks Energy. Chris Ames with more. Chris.
Guys, as it pertains to Jordan Crawford, he's one of the rare Big 3 stars we have in this league that during the course of a game, he calls to sub himself out about 3 or 4 times a game. But being at the fact that the Riot have been shorthanded last week and this week, it has forced him to play the entire game. And look at tonight, he's guarding Montrezl Harrell at stints, and I think it's affecting his shoot. He is 3 of 13 from the field in that first half.
Good stuff, Chris, because Crawford is the key, especially with Dwight being out and not being healthy, hasn't helped. And he's had some wide open shots, just not able to knock it in. I mean, listen, you got to creep your way back into this game. First, you got to get multiple stops. You got to see some action out of Koufos and Preston find his offense. I mean, there's a lot of ifs here going and questions for the Riot.
Preston for 3 off glass, in and out. Rebound Harrell. Well, it's got to go up to go in. Harrell with Johnson and Barbosa. Step back, mid-range, off the mark. Amir Johnson saves, and it's back to Trez.
I think
10 to shoot.
I think Coach O'Shea Jackson has something he wants to add to this. What you got, Coach?
Yeah, I was just thinking about how, you know, this Triplets team finally at full strength.
Yeah.
You know, they're looking scary. And we here at the Big 3, we kind of have the feeling of a collision course of Dallas and Chicago. Dallas really, you know, shooting themselves in the foot earlier with the free throws missing. I think it was at a point where if they would have made all their free throws, the game would have been over. But now I'm starting to think, if Koufos and Dwight can get together, could this be a team to throw a wrench in things? Because Chicago at full health is looking amazing right now.
Well, let me ask you this, O'Shea. You've been around this and you know this. Is this the Chicago team one of the more complete teams, and they haven't won anything yet, that we've seen in the Big 3?
Yeah, they got the size, they got the mental fortitude. After last week, what seemed like to be the game that was going to be their first loss, for them to come back and give us a banger the way that they did. They got the size, they got the length, and I think they want to win it for Doc. You know, I really do think Dr. J wants to get that trophy with his name on it.
I'll say this, and O'Shea, that's a great point. Doc has this look. He's wearing the suits this season. He has a team that might be his best, even going back to the Tri-State years.
Yeah, the Tri-State, I think he kind of gained his rhythm, understood what he wanted, didn't have the success, but now has gotten to this point where he and Steve Mix did an excellent job of the roster construction. 2 bigs, guards, forwards that complement those 2 bigs. And now, as a result, this is probably one of the most dominant teams. Again, the season is not over. This is the 5th week. So let's not anoint them, the best team that has played in the Big 3. But if you look at the makings and how they played up to this point, they've been excellent.
Missed free throw. Barbosa leaves it off, but Crawford,
he didn't have to clear it either. He didn't have to clear it.
Works on Amir Johnson, gets him up, gets him down, finds Koufos, back for Crawford, 4 to shoot. Rolls to Preston, he's bumped, and it's out of bounds with 1 on the 14, and they will call a foul.
That's a good call by the official.
They'll reset the clock, excuse me.
Good call by the official. Barbosa used his lower body to bump Preston a little bit more than needed to be.
Our officials, Charles Rubia, Stephanie Barksdale, and Robert Foster for game 2. Off the foot of Johnson, but right to Barbosa, lays it in. Didn't play last year, the Brazilian Blur, NBA champion with Golden State, but he's back for a 5th Big 3 season.
Yeah, spent a lot of time with ball hogs back in the day.
When he first came on the scene, the shooting, the passing, the speed with which he played kind of took the league by storm, but then a difficult injury a few years in.
But he looks in better shape right now than when he came in at the beginning of this season. And he said it himself. He said, wait till I get in shape. Just wait. He looks He lives here. My former teammate with the Suns. Just love that young man to death. And what he's been able to do post his playing career from the coaching perspective.
How about Harrell, Jim, now with 23, a 19-4 extended run for the Triplets. Koufos, no, he's fouled by Amir Johnson. And Kosta Koufos, in his third Big 3 game, will shoot a free throw for 2 for LA. Hold up.
Amir Johnson waved over the dot to bring the fire. Hey, he knows he fouled him, but he also has this in his pocket that bring the fire, that he feels he can win this matchup.
The big man bring the fire. Koufos, no, and Johnson gets the stop.
But you know what? Here's the thing. You can't call bring the fire and not win that possession. You know what I mean? You just can't.
And that's also a veteran. Johnson knows the game and the rules and the nuances. Think about his first week. He scored 26 without 2 key players. Sky's here blocked, but it stays with the Triplets. And his scoring's down the last few weeks, but they don't need it with Barbosa, with Harrell.
Yeah, when Harrell's back in the, but he held down the fort at the beginning until, in particular, Harrell kind of got back, back into the lineup. Oh, man.
Missed it, Harrell on the move. And Crawford says, let's spread the floor. Chris Allen, the former Triplet for Koufos, and that push shot's good.
Yeah, I want to show you something. Koufos is perfect timing. Look at those shoes. See those colors?
Oh.
Let's see those colors.
Representing.
Come on, scarlet and gray. You got some freebies from Ohio State. Nothing like freebies, man.
Barbosa lines it up. That's no good. And over, O'Shea, last week we were in the new Big Ten country.
Well, they don't have
the real Big Ten country.
They don't have no shoes like that at USC. They just don't.
Because I got a lot of flack for my Trojan propaganda, but I've been hearing a lot from the Jim Jackson right now.
All of that last week you were doing?
Oh, man.
Come on, man. Every other thing was USC this, USC.
We were at USC. I'm trying to appease the crowd here.
Hey, listen, we're in the Midwest.
Oh, my goodness.
So we're in Big Ten country.
I already got to hear all this Michael Jordan nonsense, and now I got to hear this Ohio State.
That's right. Hey,
all right, you know what? You're lucky you a Jackson.
Thanks, Cuzzo. I appreciate that.
Oh, man. Advantage Jim. We are in Big Ten country. LA's not it just yet, but advantage O'Shea was a party.
Yeah, it was. LA turned out once again for Q. Excellent games. All 4 last weekend were.
O'Shea was a party.
Yeah, it was. LA turned out once again for Q. Excellent games. All 4 last weekend were, as physical, as competitive as we've seen all year. And as speaking of which, both of those attributes kind of describe the game that Harrell is putting on right now. 23 of the 33 points.
A 14-6 run now for Chicago. A 33-16 lead. Barbosa, Allen stays under the screen. Gets bitten by 1. Amir Johnson now. Brazilian blur. Fight for the rebound, won by LA. Preston with Koufos and Allen. Billy Preston off balance. That's in and out. And the Triplets really controlling the pace of this game. 3-point goal for Harrell. 28 points. Take a bow. It's 36-18.
Let's put this in perspective. He has 28 points. LA Riot only has 18. Wow. You know what I'm saying?
Chris Allen with the answer for LA. Played with the Triplets last year. They were the regular season champs. Beat LA in the semifinals and lost the thriller in the final to Miami. It's been the Montrezl Harrell Show. Barbosa puts it up. Can't beat the shot clock.
Yeah, but because it was a scramble situation, two guys were on Harrell.
Went for the 4.
Yeah, Chicago was able to get that offensive rebound, and Harrell, that's when he really feeling himself right there.
Drop step, Koufos. Push shot. Not that time against Amir Johnson. The latest from Trez.
Go get it. He was looking for that 4-point ball.
From 2, from 3. This guy's been incredible. 20.
Right, keep in mind, listen, his highest scoring career in the NBA was 18.6, 2019-20 season with the Clippers. His career high in scoring was 34 points. He did it 3 times against the Knicks, Pelicans, and Bucks. So not a scorer like this in the NBA. That doesn't mean he couldn't do it. It just wasn't his role at the time in the NBA. But this has allowed him to kind of create a different persona about his game, showing the ball handling, putting it on the floor, shooting behind the arc, fadeaway jump shots. You didn't see a lot of that from him at his time, in the NBA.
All right, Chris Allen, next man up, bring the fire. Harrell against Allen, former teammates with the Triplets. Trez gets inside, in deep to lay it in. He's got 30 points, 38-21. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure about that bring the fire. I mean, I would take my chances at Trez behind the free throw line more so than him getting that big body against a smaller Chris Allen in the paint.
38-21. Here's Allen. Inside for Koufos, and the ball rolls out. Was there a foul? There was not on Amir Johnson. So let's throw it out there. Montrezl Harrell with 30 points, Jim. The Big 3 single-game record is 37. Isaiah Briscoe for Trilogy in 2024. Fadeaway, hits it, now at 32.
So what you're trying to say is that the record is in jeopardy right now, which is
correct. We'll see if he can get there. Crawford misses, tip no good. Almost want Chris Haynes to slide in there and say, all right, you're 5 points away to victory, so you have to do the math. And there's only so many that he can score. But what a performance. I mean 34 in his first game and now 32 in his second today.
Well, I think you saw
on CBS and streaming live on Paramount Plus. And reviewing the last out-of-bounds play, let's take a look. And looked to be off Koufos initially.
After review, the challenge on the floor is white ball. What?
Over to Chris Haynes.
Guys, if we can pan the camera to Montrezl Harrell right now, he is right now arguing with the assistant coaching staff of the Dallas Power. Trez is saying, listen, who gonna guard me when we play y'all? Is it gonna be Moose? Is it gonna be Nancy Lieberman's son, TJ Clyde? So he's already, moved on to, do they play next week? Whatever. He understands that Dallas is a squad to beat. And he's ready for that squad, but he still has to take care of business right now.
Love it. He's thinking big. Fires. Hits another one. 34 for Montrezl Harrell.
But Chris Allen did his job. He didn't allow Montrez to get by him. He forced a jump shot, and Montrez made it. I mean, when you're rolling, the basket is as large as Lake Michigan out there. You know what I mean? Anything he's throwing up is basically coming out the bottom of the nets. And here he is once again with this matchup that he's been dominating all afternoon.
Doubled. Free throw for 2 for Harrell. With his team up 18.
I mean, it's too bad, too, because this With Dwight Howard's a different team because you can attack a lot different, and maybe Dwight is not guarding Montrezl, but he's manning up the middle. So the basket, getting inside may have been altered a little bit more with Dwight's presence inside.
So 2 guys for Trilogy. You had Briscoe, and before that, Hezzy God in Boston in 2023, and then the next 2 best, Montrezl Harrell. This free throw would give him 36. And there it is. He has a point from tying the Big 3 single game scoring record. Crawford shakes to the basket, blocked for the foul. And Brandon Moss with the contact. So a free throw for 2 for Crawford. Jordan Crawford so far today mentioned the back spasms that were hurting him. He has 9 points, 6 rebounds, and they've asked a lot of him, to say the least. And he cashes in there for 2. Here we go, Triplets by 18. Harrell, next basket gives him the record. Leans in and scores. Montrezl Harrell with 38 points, a new Big 3 scoring record.
I mean, you might as well keep it going. Might as well go ahead and get that 40 dog. You know, 2 Twinkies, 2 20 pieces. Go get it all. And why not? Last time he got the jump shot, it'll spin, and that time Crawford tried to help, tried to get the ball. But Montrezl too strong, too big, and then showing off the nice touch. Say, hold on for a minute, I got this. I got it.
19 in the first half. 19 in the second. Rims out for Kufis. Harrell's got it. It's point game for Chicago.
He'll shoot a 4 point. I knew it.
Come on.
I knew it.
Come on.
That's just because. That was a just because I can shot.
Moss. Foul's called.
Yeah. Ball on the side, though.
Yep.
And again, for the audience at home, is because it goes on the side because at the beginning, Ice Cube did not want to, or is it? They're giving him the shot to win it? What's the score? No, it's 46. Okay.
It's their 14th foul.
Yeah.
So
I thought it was 48.
Okay.
And the reason why I was explaining that is that early on, it was some games that were won at the free throw line.
Yep.
And not that it can't happen, but on that first, if you're a point or 2 away and you get fouled on the shooting foul or in the penalty, they made it so you take the ball out of bounds. Now on that second foul, now you will go to the free throw line.
Good hands, Jim.
See that?
Still got it.
Yeah.
Amen.
I was about to shoot it, too. They asked me about the ball. I caught it, and I said, oh, I'm going to shoot it. Watch this. Watch this.
There we go.
I want you to just watch. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time. Boom. Don't even worry about it. Look, in the form, see, listen, you see the lines on it? A shooter always lines up the stripes, okay? Ready to let it go.
How about this guy? Moss for the win for 4.
See, now the Triplets are just playing around because they really don't have to take it, but they just want to add insult to injury.
Harrell fouled hard by Kufis. If he makes this free throw, and he'll get it here for 2, it would give him 40.
Yep. Don't play with your food, Trez. Go ahead and get your money and get this 40 piece and enjoy the night in Chicago.
38 points, the new record.
Montrezl Harrell his flight couldn't get to Chicago, drove in from Louisville for this game. And he's on the verge of becoming the first ever to score 40 in a Big 3 game.
Which is crazy too. You would think that of the scores, Joe Johnson, you know, when he was kind of dominating the league, that he would have had a 40-piece.
For those expecting to see the WNBA game between Chicago and Atlanta, it's now available on the CBS Sports app and CBSSports.com. We'll get you there to Atlanta as soon as this one is over.
I tell you who else dominated this league early on too was Rashard Lewis.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a tough guard early in the first 2 to 3 years of the Big 3.
For Montrezl Harrell, first time ever in a Big 3 game.
And it's crazy because if you were to say who would get 40 first, Montrezl Harrell's name at the beginning would probably not populate in your mind as guys who would, you know, capture that feat. But he did. With a chance here.
Was three-headed monsters.
Oh, yes. Oh, man.
8 years with Gary Payton.
Unstoppable. Around the free throw line to get the ball to him, clear it out. He was virtually unstoppable.
We've already seen history. What's going to be the final number, the final record? Harrell sitting on 40. Point game for Chicago. Against Koufos.
Pulling up.
Fades. Hits it! 42 for Trez. Record breaker. Game winner. The Triplets are